Good morning. I'm happy to be here today. I want to thank Denise at NASNPRO for allowing me to be part of this great event, the NASNPRO Learn, Grow, and Life event. So we have very good topics here. My name is Adriana, and I'm with AW Advanced Aesthetic Training. I've been in the business for about 10 years. I'm an aesthetic consultant. I have a passion for helping other business to grow. I'm an esthetician as well, and a distributor for 2 skincare lines from Paris. So I'm very diverse in all different areas of the aesthetic industry. But today, I want to talk to you about increasing your profits through virtual consultations. And again, thank you for having me. I'm very, very happy to be in this event. So we're going to learn together. We're going to please take some notes because I'm going to be going over some things about marketing and advertisement as well. So let's take some notes and let's have fun. Okay, so increasing profit to virtual consultation. This is a great topic because right now, unfortunately, with everything that's going on with COVID, we have to be creative. We're not only reinventing ourselves as human beings, but we're also reinventing our businesses. We got to learn a new way to market, to advertise, to connect with our clients, and to survive because it is a very difficult time. So one of the things that I find interesting is that people are scared of the virtual consultation, so they don't know how to do it. And I'm going to tell you that everything I teach you is because I tried it and it works and it's proven to work. So I started doing some virtual consultations and I realized how powerful this can be. So I don't want you to be afraid because it's good. You're going to be able to close patients or clients. You're going to be able to increase your revenue, and you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be coming to you. So back then, we will have people in our lobby, especially if you're in a med spa or medical office, they're waiting for a consultation, they leave, they come back. You can do 20 in half a day. You can do as many and you can close patients. So we're going to talk about a little bit about how to create that impression. So the first impression or key to impressions, what I want to share with you, if you look at my background, I have my products that you can see, my location that is nice and clean and beautiful. And I also look professional. I have my lab coat that has my logo. Also, makeup, everything has to be clean, nails, because what they're seeing, it's the first impression that they're going to be having. So that's number one. And if you're home, that's okay too, but you still want to look great and you still want to look professional. So make sure that you deliver that professionalism when you're working with someone. So this is a really funny picture that I want you guys to see. So this is how people will view you. So if you dress, you're going to dress for success, right? And this is where people are going to see you. You're going to deliver trust. They're going to want to talk to you because all you have right now is the contact through a Zoom. That's probably what you guys are going to be using. Or we have been doing phone consultations. So there is 2 ways. You can do it through Zoom where they're going to see you, which I like it a lot, or just a phone where you're going to be asking some questions. Either one works really well. So set up a nice place with background. Some of you are probably home. Unfortunately, a lot of states are closed right now. So it's very important that you set up a place, even if you're in your home, so you can just make it nice, make it an office. If you don't have an office, a plant, a wall, something pretty, a cup of coffee next to your computer looks very nice. So make sure everything is nice and clean. And if you're in your office, well, even better, because you can just go and do your presentations and your consultations in one day. So set up a nice place with a clean background. So you see the difference. People are going to be transported when you are talking to them because they're going to be mentally thinking they are in your office. So what they see is what they're going to be attracted to. And if they see a messy place, it just doesn't look professional. Now, we are going to start talking about the consultation itself. So we prepare ourselves, right? We look our best, we dress to impress, and we have a nice background. So the first thing I do is I ask for pictures of the client. I want a couple of pictures, and this is before the consultation. I want the whole face, and I want a couple of close-ups of their concerns. This is good because you're going to have time to do some skin analysis before you even start the consultation. Not only that, but when you have pictures on your phone, you can actually make it bigger and get a close-up and try to see more into the skin and see what is happening. So this is a very good tool to have. If you do a Zoom or a video call, it's not the same because you can't really see, depends on the lighting, it depends on the type of camera that you have and the clarity. So it's going to look different. So the best thing is to do those pictures, different angles. I said, send me at least 3 or 4, and I need really good close-up of your skin concern. So this is going to be the first part. They're going to send it to you so you can start looking into it. So it all starts here. And this is the anatomy, the skin anatomy, because now we have to do assessment through a photo where we cannot see or feel the quality of the skin like we do in person. So now is where we start using our skills of knowing the anatomy of the skin. Because what happens is, and I don't know if you guys can see my mouse here, but right in here, this is your epidermis. So we're visually only going to be able to see this area of the skin, but that doesn't tell us much. We have to really start going deep into the dermis, right? We're going to the dermis right here. Here's my mouse, right into the dermis, because this is where everything happens. If we're seeing something on the outside of the skin, most likely is something that's going on inside, right? Or inside the human body per se. Now we have to really understand cell mitosis, cell division. We have to understand hyperpigmentation, hypopigmentation, dryness, stratum corneum, all these things that we learn in school. And I understand that some states have a very low curriculum, and this was not a very in-depth part that we were taught. So I want to welcome you to go back to your basics, YouTube, start looking at videos, start watching how the skin works. I always make this example: how can a cardiologist be a heart doctor when they don't know the structure of the heart, right? So if you're a skincare professional, it's important that you understand the skin and how it works so you can make a good assessment. So you got to always look inside the skin in order to do a good assessment. So that's a very important part of a successful consultation, because if you don't understand what is going on, you're not going to know what procedure to put together, what to recommend this patient. Preparing for the consultation. So in real life, when we're live with the patient, with the client, we use different forms. We use the consent form, we use the medical form, the lifestyle form. So have those with you. Yeah, you could send it via DocuSign, but a lot of people don't want to take the time to fill out 2 or 3 pages. We want to make it quick. We want the person to be ready to send the pictures, to get on the phone or on the Zoom call, and you can ask these questions. So we're going to get prepared if you have those questionnaires. Eventually, as you practice, the more you practice, the easier it gets, and you just know what to ask for. It's just automatic. It doesn't take much time. So questions to ask. Now we need to know, because again, we're not also with the patient looking at the skin. We're going to have to ask the right question. For example, lifestyle. If they're dealing with hyperpigmentation, I want to know what they do. Are they a tennis player? Are they working outside, construction? That's really important to know the conditions to understand what is happening, because, they're calling me, or the client says, well, really, my concern is hyperpigmentation. So I need to know their lifestyle, because that way I also can know what's going on and what procedure to put together. The next thing I need to know is their medical history. Are they in any type of medication? Because some medications will cause sensitivity on the skin and therefore hyperpigmentation. Do they have any medical conditions? Because a lot of medical conditions will also cause a lot of problems on the skin. So we're going to start diving deeper and deeper into all this information and the facts in order to know and understand what's going on with the skin. So that's very important. I want you to start taking notes. This way you start creating a file for your client. When they come in for the consultation, then you can have them fill it out again and sign, but at least you have a start, you have somewhere to get started. So let's move to the next one. Talk professionally and with confidence. Now, I want to tell you, so I've been in the business of education for many years, and my confidence comes from knowledge. If you don't know or you don't understand something, like your ingredients on the product, the anatomy of the skin, or the treatments that you're doing, you're not going to be able to speak professionally to this person or this client, this prospect, because you're insecure, or if you're having skin problems yourself. That happens a lot. So that's why I always said, look your best, because you're selling yourself. People are looking at you, and if you have beautiful skin, they want to know what you're doing. They want you to treat the skin. So confidence is very important. So I want you to be very knowledgeable on every area, because this is how you can speak with confidence. If you don't know something, it's very hard. So this is a very important part to grow the confidence in yourself. The tone of your voice. The tone of your voice is also very important. And you have eye contact. with that person. You know, Miss Mary, hi, how are you? This is Adriana. I just want to know what's going on with your skin. Well, let me see what ingredients, what products, what are we going to be using. I want you to talk with confidence, because otherwise they're not going to trust you. So when you go to a doctor's office, right? When we go on, the doctor is very thorough and they tell us everything that's going on with whatever issue we're having. The first thing we do is we leave that place and we tell everyone, wow, that doctor was great. He knows a lot, correct? Because he was confident. If he writes a script and says, well, you're just having some problems with your stomach, just take this medicine, you'll feel better. There's no trust, there's no delivery. So I want you to deliver. I want you to be confident. Your tone of voice, the way you act, the way you talk, these are all little things that are not so little. At the end of the day, this is what's going to build that relationship. We got to build rapport. As a doctor that work here always said, build rapport with your patient. That's very, very important. All right. So we're going to move to reports of findings. So this is where you're going to answer 4 questions to your client. This is what they're looking for, your patient. Number 1, what do I have? Can you explain this? They want to understand what is going on. And when I'm talking about what's going on, it's not to say, well, you have hyperpigmentation, you have wrinkles. That's not the way. We want to talk professional, using medical terminology. You are having hypopigmentation because you had a burn from a laser, which was a 1st-degree burn. And now we need to reconstruct your skin by using growth factors, by using light therapy. We're going to get to those areas, activate cell mitosis. And I always have, I'm going to show you guys here a picture. This is a skin block. So this is a very good tool because I have in my room all the time, and I can really explain to the person what is going on inside the skin and why are we going to be able to treat it. So the second question is, can you help me? So they want to know that we have the solutions because they're coming to us for solutions. So we want to be able to tell them a good procedure, a good treatment plan, a good product per se. The third one will be, how long would it take to treat? They want to know if this is going to take months, if it's going to take a couple of days, and how much is it going to cost me? So these are the 4 things. And if you can, or take a screenshot of a picture, this is what they're expecting to hear. It's called the report of findings. A lot of doctors use this. And that's all they want. Those are the 4 answers they're looking for from you as a practitioner. Closing clients. Okay, so now we went to looking great, having a background, having the pictures, doing the consultations. That's all great. So we move to the first 2 or 3 levels of consultations, virtual consultations. Now it comes to the closing part. And I see that this is a part that most people are failing. And I like to say 80% of the people. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I hear a lot of practitioners that they're afraid to ask for the sale. They just say, well, do you get everything? Do you have any questions? I hear this, do you have any questions? So that's not how you close somebody. What you're going to ask is, when would you like to start? Would you like to book that appointment today? Would you like to pay with Visa or MasterCard? You don't tell them, well, do you have any questions? Well, let me know, call me. That is not closing the sale. So you went through the whole consultation. You got that person to talk to you over the phone or on Zoom. Now you have to close them because we're going to have a goal, right? The phone consultation or the virtual consultation has 2 goals. Number 1 is going to be treatment. You're going to sell a treatment. You're going to sell them a procedure. Number 2, you're going to be selling them a product, either one. So you're going to retail or you're going to sell treatment. So if you're in a state that is close, then we can start selling products because you can't really sell treatments. And that part, I think it's the easiest one. We had really doubled our retail in the past year with everything that's going on because people are home and they're very unhappy with the way they look. They're very unsatisfied with their skin. And I've seen them changing their color of the hair, 10 times. So this is a good time to tell them, well, Miss Mary, we're closed, but I know we've done 3 microneedlings. And I won't be able to see you anytime soon, but I'd like to offer you a facial in a box. Be creative. This is something that I saw on Facebook and I think is brilliant and she's doing really well. It's called facial in a box. So she put a couple of products, a cleanser, a mask, a moisturizer, and she delivers this to their home with a discount. So close your clients, ask for the sale. Don't be afraid. Tell them, how would you like to pay? Would you like to book now? What day do you want to come in? So this is very important. Don't assume people don't have money because that is in your head. people do have money. And just to share with you, on our retail side of things, because we do retail to skincare lines from Europe, we've increased sales so much on the products that the company continues to come up with new and more products because there's a high demand. We used to sell, per se, 10 sunblocks. We're selling 70 at the time. So I can see the increase just for one customer, one spa. So the increase in retail, people are buying more and more. So create some packages if you can sell treatments and just start selling to your clients products because they need it. If they don't buy it from you, they're just going to go online and buy it somewhere else, and you are their skincare professional. So that is really important. You can actually call your clients, your current clients, and offer the virtual consultations and say, hey, Miss Mary, I know that I haven't seen you in a few months. And right now with COVID, things are difficult, but I'd like to know, how are you doing? How is your skin? We are doing consultations. Would you like to set up a consultation? Let me see where you're at. I can help you. We can send you some products that you can use in the meantime until I see you again. So closing clients is important. You can do all the right things. You can do the sale. You can look amazing. You can have great information. But if you don't ask for that money, then the consultation has no success. Now, listen, learn, and adapt. What does this mean? I want you to be attentive. I want you to listen to your client or your patient. I want you to listen to them, what they have to say, what problems they're having. Learn, because every consultation is a learning experience. At the beginning, you may feel a little insecure. Once you finish, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I could have changed it differently. So this is a learning experience. You're not going to get behind that computer on the first one and say, okay, it was awesome. There's always something to learn. There's always room for growth, and adapt. And we're going to adapt to the new things and the new changes and the new way of things being. So the one important thing is, if you're hearing excuses after you finish the consultation, you're trying to close that patient, and you hear excuses like, well, let me call you back, let me ask my husband, I'm not sure, then the first question you must ask yourself is, why did I do wrong? Because if you didn't close this client, something didn't go right. And I want you to go back. It's really good if you have Zoom and you're doing Zoom or any type of platform that is recording. Record all your consultations. So when you finish, go back and listen to it. You'll be surprised of the things that you're going to see, because when we hit ourselves, it all changes. As a matter of fact, here in our office, we have a centralized system that records all the conversations and the phone calls. And what we do is, once in a while, I call my employees and I say, hey, come and listen to your conversation. What do you think? And they go, oh my gosh, it was awful. Because once we hear it, it's different. So go back and listen to these consultations that you're doing and see, where can I improve? Where can I be better? There's always another level. We always say, well, we're doing our best. But just when we say that we're doing our best, there's always another level. So we can always be better. So just don't be afraid. Go with it. And I'm sure you're going to do just fine. But you got to start. That's the thing. You got to get started. Know your stuff. Okay. This is very important into sales and confidence, because I always said it's not just a business of skin. It's a business of sales. You're selling yourself, you're selling your products, you're selling your treatments. We're constantly selling. And we always get together here in my center, and we do tours for students. And I ask the groups from the schools, who's good at sales? Maybe one person will raise their arm. I said, well, there's a problem, because this is not a skin business. This is also the business of sales. So it's important that you're confident, because we're constantly doing sales. When you go on a date, what are you doing? You're selling yourself, right? So in life, everything is sales. So don't think that you have to be an expert. You just sell all the time without even knowing. You just got to get some confidence and know your stuff. Number one, your products and ingredients. If you're selling products, you must know those ingredients. You have to know what's in it and how it works. It's not the same to tell Miss Mary, since you're having problems with your skin right now and it's a little bit inflamed and it's peeling, I'm going to give you this repair cream that helps, and that's going to be good. And it ends there. Then if I said, Miss Mary, this cream has growth factors, have different ones. One is epidermal growth factor that's going to help to regenerate your skin. It also has fibroblast growth factor that is going to help to produce more collagen. In addition, it has vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, and it has your Bs, which are your anti-inflammatories. So that's going to be helping with the inflammation. I want that cream now, right? So knowing your ingredients and being able to talk about it. So call the brand that you're working with. If you need some training, get some training. I don't expect you to be a chemist, but I expect you to know what's in it that's going to benefit your client, because your consultation can go great, but when it comes to time of closing and talking to the client about the product, if you don't deliver, they don't want it. If you deliver in a professional manner where you know the ingredients and it just sounds like an amazing cream because it has all these vitamins and amino acids, people are going to want it. So that's number one. You need to know the brands that you're selling. It's like someone that works at the mall selling skincare, but they have no idea what's in it. How are they going to sell? The way they sell is because we go to those counters and they're trained. They're trained on ingredients, they're trained on the sell, and they can talk about everything that's in it and how it works, to the point that sometimes it's like, whoa, it's a lot. So I want you guys to be proficient at this, because without this, you can't really do retail. Know your devices and machines. Well, we're going to do HIFU treatment. What is that? For skin tightening. Okay, great. Would you like to do it? No, doesn't convince me, right? What we're going to do HIFU, it's called high focus intense ultrasound. What this is going to do is going to target your SMS layer that's right above your platysma, and it's going to create a tightening effect. This is going to last about 18 months. It's a painless procedure, and we can do it in 20 minutes. It's $350. Would you like to book today? I'll give you 20%. I'm sure you're going to be very happy. So you have to understand how the device works, what it delivers, because again, we can sell. And we just have, a certain amount of time on that meeting with the client. So we have to be on top of the game, know the anatomy, know the devices. So I have here the anatomy as well, because if not, how can you explain it, right? Use medical terminology all the time instead of saggy skin, skin laxity. So you start using all of these terms. Let me see, because otherwise you can't close your patient. So let's move to the next one. Here we're going to talk about closing tools. Now, you want to close that client, but guess what? You don't have a credit card. You don't have a website where they can buy. You don't have an incentive. So now this is not going to help you close that client. So closing tools, website, e-commerce website. It's very important that you guys start looking into retailing, because that's where the money is. The industry is moving really fast. Everything is online. There's Shopify. And again, I'm not, promoting companies just to promote it, because I've used, and some of those things work, but there's many other platforms that you can use. And once you build it, it's not like the old times that you will have to rely on someone to do everything for you. The way they're designed today is you can do everything yourself. And trust me, I'm older. I still challenge technology sometimes. I'm challenged by it, but I have to learn because I have to grow. And this is an industry that grows really, really fast, and we have to grow along with it. So website, e-commerce, that's something that you want to look into, because if I tell Miss Mary, okay, Miss Mary, now you want to buy these products, I can send her to my website and I can send her an invoice, or I can take her credit card and then they can run it and they can buy. Not only that, but Miss Mary loved that cream. She loved the hyaluronic drops per se, just saying something to say. She loved the cream. And guess what? When she runs out, she's going to buy it again. If she calls you and then you call her back and then you leave a message, it just doesn't work. She's going to go on your website and order it. And this is passive income. When you're selling on your website, these retail products, people are going to continue to reorder. So guess what? On the weekend, when you're at the beach, relaxing from a long week of work, you're going to be making money, because people are buying constantly on the weekend, and you're going to start getting emails, 300, 200, 500. It adds up, and this will give you some freedom. So this is important to have an e-commerce account, because right now with COVID, with everything that's happening, online shopping is number one. People are not going to drive to you, or some of them won't. Most people will go to the website or right from their phone and place that order. 2, processing credit cards. So if you have a client, you finish the phone consultation, you can say, okay, would you like to pay right now for the products? It's $300, or would you like to book that treatment? You need 50% up front. I don't know how you do it. You want to have that credit card so you can close that. The third one is you want to create urgency. You want to create a sale or a discount, because people are incentivized by a sale, because it's what's called compulsive buy, right? You convince me, I love everything, let me buy it now. So what I'm going to do, Miss Mary, thank you for today, for your time, for the consultation, complimentary. I'm not charging you anything. In addition, I would like to give you a 20% discount on your first purchase on my website. So you can use code thank you at checkout, and then you can get that product. Or if it's a treatment, okay, if you'd like to come this week for your appointment, I'll be happy to give you a 20% because we're running that discount today, but you'll have to book with me today because the sale, ends whatever day. So create that urgency to close it and to be able to make money and have the client really register and come to you. Now, this is really, really interesting. A lot of people made the decision, okay, I'm going to do phone consultations. I'm ready. And our virtual consultations. I'm ready and I'm going to start. I said, okay, great. How are you doing? I'm not getting that many people. I'm like, okay, how are you advertising it? Oh, I told a couple of my clients. That is not going to cut it. If you already made that decision, now we have to start marketing that you're going to offer these consultations and that you're going to be able to help them via Zoom or email or however you guys are doing it. So the number one thing is email signature. On your email signature, you should have a picture of you professional. And for the ones that know me, I have always send you emails with a picture. And I can tell you that changed everything on the dynamic with my clients. When I would email them without the picture, they email back, hi, Adriana, thank you for the information. I'll get back with you. Once I put the picture, literally in that week, I realized the power that it has because people feel confident. They see in your face. They'll be like, hey, Adriana, thank you so much. I'm so glad I met you. How are you doing? It was just a different level. It was a level of trust. So make sure that's just an extra tip here that I'm going to throw in there. Get a professional picture, not a picture that you took in your house, because there are people that specialize in these pictures that will deliver what you want. Well, if you're a personal trainer, if you're an esthetician, if you're a doctor, that will deliver that. And you're going to add on your signature, virtual consultations available. Call us today. So always call to action. You can't just say virtual consultations today. Okay, great. Now what? You got to have a button, a link somewhere where they can click. It's called call to action, where they can go and book that consultation. And there are a lot of apps and programs that can do it. Or you can just click and be sent to an email. Email us today for your consultation. So that's one way. Second, on your website, if you have a website, put phone consultations available. Call us today to set up your appointment, or send us an email. We'll call you for your appointment. There is also a chat box on your website. You can put on that chat box, instead of chat, ask a professional or virtual consultations. Works really well. I have done it, and I communicated with different people through the website where they ask questions. And, I'm having this, I'm struggling with that. I actually work with one of my clients, and they put the ask a professional, and it goes directly to your phone. There's an application called Ping, but there's many of them. I'm just giving you some so you can look into it, that will deliver that message to your phone. So when that person is ready for the consultation, they can send you a message and say, hey, can I have a consultation? Absolutely, no problem. Can you email me 3 pictures, and I'm going to call you what day is good for you, or tomorrow. Always try to get them right there when they're ready. Don't say, well, let me see, I'll get back with you. No, what day would you like? And then book it. Create cards. You can create little cards, and you can share with people everywhere you go, at the grocery store, at the cleaners, that saying one side phone consultations available, on the back 20% off your first treatment. Very tempting. You have a party, you have a get together. Well, we don't have parties anymore, but a get together, or just a restaurant. I'll tell you, I went to a restaurant and the waiter had skin problems. We started talking. I said, oh, I do skin. She was like, oh my gosh, can you help me? Yeah, absolutely. We exchanged information. The little card, here it is. Here's my card, my information. I'll be happy to give you a discount. When are you available? I booked it, and I saw her. It's that easy. Like, once you start getting more confidence, trust me, it's very, very easy. Social media. So I want you to do a post. You can post on your Facebook, consultations available. You can go on your Instagram. Whatever you guys use, start promoting, because then how are people going to know that you're offering this consultation? So this is open some market. Again, it's all virtual, and I'm telling you, it works because I've proven it. So just try it. Word of mouth. Again, you go to different places and just tell everyone you do phone consultations. And now, even just my mother and my sister, they're always sending me their friends and their coworkers. It became very popular, and I'm not a therapist. I'm not treating people as much anymore because I'm running a business and I do a lot of education and webinars, and unfortunately that's not something that I do. But at times, I like to work with people on a weekend or whatever time that I have, and it's word of mouth. Hey, I know you can do a consultation. Can you do a consultation for my cousin? Can you do a consultation for my sister? And I realized the power. So listen, I can do it. You guys can do it. Be ready, get excited. This is just a new level of doing business. And it's great. It saves you time. People don't want to drive sometimes for a consultation. So it's very easy. They can do it in their house. And again, the retail is fantastic because you can grow your retail very, very well. Approach people. So how do I talk to people and tell them I'm doing virtual consultations, especially a stranger? So I'll tell you how I do it. I'm at the store. I look at someone's skin. It looks really good. I said, listen, my name is Adriana. I do skin, or I used to, because I don't anymore. But anyways, I said, here is my card. And I just want to tell you, look like you take care of your skin. And I do skin. I do different treatments, this and that. Oh, yeah, perfect. Let me have your card. So you give them your card. So just a compliment on their skin will be fantastic. Or just like, hey, here is my card. If you need anything, I'm very close. I live in the area. I love to see you. And confidence. So approach people. The last one is statistics. And this is kind of a business class, but again, it's a combination of aesthetics and business because it all goes together. So the statistics. Where does this come from? We need to know if this is working or what is not working. What are we doing wrong if it's not working? So I want you to start tracking the number of prospects. How many people have contacted you? How many people have reached out to you? Because you want to know what's working and what's not. So you're going to track how many became your clients, how many you converted. Because if you had 60 people that called this month, you did 60 virtual consultations, but you only closed 3, there is a problem. So we need to know why the conversion is so low. So we want to look into these numbers. Are they still coming in? Did they just come in one time and they left? Or are you creating retention? And what is the problem? So this is where you're going to start trying to figure out if there is a loop and what you can do. The next one is, what is your patient worth a year? That's important to know your numbers, because this is also how you do your forecast, your numbers, where you're going to be at, and what works and what doesn't work, because you want to see if your treatments are working, if your sales are working, your marketing is working. So that's actually the last one. Which market tactic is productive? So when you have people on these virtual consultations calling, I want you to get into the habit, have a phone lead. It's a paper where you can put their name, their information, and a question saying, how did you hear about us? And we do this in my center every time we have a new person. Hey, Miss Mary, great. Thank you for calling about the classes that we teach. Do you mind me asking, how do you hear about us? Oh, no, it was Google, or it was Mary, or it was TV or whatever. Okay, that's great. I just want to know that my marketing is working. Oh, yeah, it's working fantastic. Everybody's very giving and helpful when you approach them this way. So you want to know what's working, because if all of your leads are coming from Facebook, then you want to start doing ads and start running ads, because it is productive for you. But if you're doing Facebook and no one has called, maybe that's not your avenue. That's not your market. And if you do have social media, make sure that you have an audience, not 100 people. You want to have thousands of followers, thousands of people. The more people you have, the better it is to advertise what you're doing. And the last one is, don't assume people don't have money, like I said before, because people have money that is in our heads. And for the ones that have lost money, because I know all the business are struggling, and it's been hard for all of us from everything from May or April when everything happened to COVID. So it's very important not to let that energy go. So if you lost money, if you had losses, if you close your spa again, if your money's gone, we lost the paper, right? That is gone. The paper is gone. But what you don't want to lose is the energy of the money. If you let go of the energy, it's not going to come back to you. But if you hold on that entitlement that, you know what, I am going to make money, I am going to succeed, and you hold on to that energy, that money is going to come back to you, I promise. So you just got to, I always say, do the right thing, the money will follow. So reach out to others, help them. I said, I don't sell beauty, I sell self-esteem, I sell confidence, because most people that come to you, it's because they're having a problem with their self-esteem, is something that's hurting them. And when you help them with that, they feel better about themselves. So don't let the energy of the money go. Don't be discouraged if you have losses. it will come back. Just hold on to the energy. If you let the energy go, then you won't see the money. And I always say the money's out there. We just got to learn to go out there and get it. Money's out there. Let's just get it. So let's be proactive. Don't give up. Try different things. And when it comes to the phone consultations, just do many. Eventually, it doesn't take long. You're going to master it and you're going to love it because you're going to create a new business that's virtual and it works from your home. And if you have a spa, then you're going to be able to see triple the people that you were seeing before, because now it's just a phone consultation and it's very profitable. Well, thank you so much for your time and thank you for having me here today. If you guys need to contact me or have any questions, here's my information. My email address is right on the screen. It's adriana@aesthetictraining.com. There's our social media if you want to follow us. And if you have any questions and I can help you, I don't charge for helping you consultations. I want you to be successful. Your success is my success because that's what I do. So let me know if you want me to look at your menus, your website. I'll be happy to do that. Again, no charge. And especially for NASNPRO, all of the members, anything that I can do, I'm always here and just a phone call or an email away. And thank you again for your time. It was great being with you today.